Cartagena. It is a heritage site. This city was founded by Pedro de Heredia in 1533. The Colombian architecture of the building is projected by the most complete set of fortification in South America. It is a fantastic city that guards the secret of the history in the walls and balconies, its building and its narrow cable street. Gastronomy. The Cartagena cuisine has traditional origins. It's based on free foods, rice, soups, and stews, but also it's a cuisine in the cultural mixture. Cuisine is arroz con coco. It sums up the taste of the Caribbean is just one dish. Also arepa de huevo. It is traditional arepa of the Caribbean, ideal for the breakfast. Cartagena de Indias is one of the well-preserved and most enchanting Colombian cities in Latin America. The mild climate and with sunny beaches are the most beautiful of Colombia. The first attraction in Cartagena de Indias is Castillo de San Felipe. It's the most important fortification of Colombia. This site was created by the Spaniards for the defense of British attacks. Here you will find different tunnels, the walls, and to take a picture of the Bahia. You will now read history of the city. The second attraction in Cartagena de Indias is Historic Center. It's a wonderful location to walk in the middle of narrow street and buildings of the Republican period. It's a place stopped in the time. Also, here you will see the Palenquera woman and enjoy the delicious Colombian fresh fruit. The third attraction in Cartagena de Indias is Zapatos Viejos, also known as Old Boots. It's located behind Castillo de San Felipe. It's a tribute to one of the biggest city poets, Luis Carlos Lopez. At this point you can take a picture. The fourth attraction in Cartagena de Indias is Playa Blanca. The archipelago of the Rosario Island and the San Bernardo are located 1 and 2 hours by boat respectively from the coast of Cartagena. Visitors especially enjoy the island underwater charm, protected by the Coral del Rosario of San Bernardo National Park. It's such a beautiful place to enjoy and retrieve. Also, you can play water sport and snorkel, watercraft and water ski. The second city is Medellin. It's called the city of the eternal spring. Medellin is a capital Antioquia department. It has a place climate of around 24 degrees centigrade. It's often modern transport system like metro and metrocable and efficient infrastructure. It is called a city of the eternal spring for the middle climate that lasts a year round. Gastronomy. In Antioquia, gastronomy expresses the lifestyle of the farmers and mulattoes that work all day and prepare their food during the day. Corned beans along with meats and fish and important is local dishes. Paisa tripe. A log now is the typical mountaineer dish. Whose original recipe has 15 ingredients. Is especially famous. Bandeja paisa. The paisa tribe, which among their things include beans, chorizo, pork and egg, and porridge egg. Containing milk, corn and sugar cane are characteristic dishes of the department of Antioquia. The first attraction in Medellin is Metrocable. We take a guide tour into Metrocable able to get complete vision of the area's very parts of Medellin. Also to penetrate the culture. This allows you to traditional vegetation of the areas in around a city. This is the funniest and easiest way to explore the city. The second attraction is Explora Park. It's a wonderful place. It's the symbol of the transformation of Medellin by the modern architecture. It is the center of North City area, the largest freshwater aquarium in Latin America with the emphasis on Amazon River, a vivarium with reptiles and planetarium and the 300 interactive experience for fun and learning. The tree attraction is Botero Square, a good place to see outdoor sculpture of artista Fernando Botero of Antioquia. Is the square that before his name, in the center of Medellin. There is an area of 7,500 square meters. There is an exhibit of 23 works of the artist and two water fountains made by master. In the square famous words as such as the hand and horse and Eva are seen. The fourth attraction is Paisa Small Town. Visitor can walk through a replica of typical 20th century Antioquia town, complete with a mayor's office and the church, on the top of Nutibara Hills, 18 meters above the valley of Aburrá. From this site where there are restaurants serving typical local foods and craft shops, you get a good view of the city. There are also sculptures honoring Cacique Nutibara and comedian Guillermo Zuluaga Montecristo. The three cities is Bogotá, the heart of the Andes. What do we in Bogotá? The landscape of Bogotá, marked by the green of the Andes to the east, is spectacularly one of a kind. Apart from the many outdoor escapes in Bogotá, travelers find it the ideal place to do business and explore history, food, culture, and many other local customs of cuisine. Gastronomy in the city of Bogotá also deserves to be explored and enjoyed. Here the often of typical local and foreign food is wide and recognized and one of the best in Latin America. You can try in typical dishes of the region such as ajiaco, cocido, tamal of almojábanas, and treated fruit juice and Colombian desserts. The first attraction in the Bogota city is historical center La Candelaria. Many of the buildings of the La Candelaria neighborhoods, the majority of which were built in Colombia and Republican era styles, have been declared properties of historical and cultural interesting. There are around 500 artistic institutions of groups, museums, research centers, theaters, libraries, and universities in its area of the historical center of Bogota. The second attraction in Bogota City is Gold Museum. At the Banco de la República's Gold Museum, visitors witness and the comfortable experience as they stand in the dark room, brings light suddenly switch on the rebel handles and the gold ornaments. The museum features about 30,000 gold artificial and 20,000 stones and the clay objects original from various pre-Hispanic cultures. It's a unique experience. The three attraction in Bogota City is the Sal Cathedral of Zipaquirá, become and meaning. Visitors are enchanted by the chance to feel like miners and explore dark tunnels using a special helmet, lamp and the Salt Cathedral of Zipaquirá. You can take a tourism train from Bogota to tour the 12 stations of the cross under color lights and sweet and three-dimension moving and salt extraction. In the architectural world more important of Colombia. The fourth attraction in Bogota City is Montserrat. The sanctuary of Montserrat in the eastern hills of Bogota can be seen from almost anywhere in the city. The boats walk up an almost 2 mile path to the site of the pilgrimage, which began in 1620 when the Shire of Our Lady of Montserrat. The basilica housed the image of the fallen Lord of Montserrat, and the troop visit visitor can walk the Station of the Cross. The latest attractive is Leticia City, in the jungle and rivers. In this region, you can discover natural wonders and come into contact with indigenous communities who preserve their cultural tradition, crafts and exotic foods enrich the journey. Cuisine. Among other things, here you can taste the mohohoi, a worm that lives in the pal and eats fruit. The arapaima, a fish almost 4 meters long, and cassave, made from cassava. Crafts. Fibers, wools, barks and clay are items that have been used by indigenous communities for centuries to leave evidence of hair culture in backpacks, sculpture, pottery and more. The first attraction in Leticia is Victoria Regia. In the Victoria Regia Natural Reserve, a 15-minute boat ride from Leticia. You can admit the Amazon's largest water lily. Tours are facilitated by bridge installed near the lakes where the Victoria Regia live, making impossible to see them up close. The second attraction is La Isla de los Micos. In the island de los Micos, we place 35 kilometers of Leticia, or 45 minutes by boat. Here tourists wander through by interpretative trails while they are learning of the different species monos that live there. Even they are allowing feet. They can tours of typical canoeing and float areas until arriving in the Tacuchira Lake, where show now the inhabitants artisan fishing. The last attraction is Comunidad de Macedonia. One hour by boat from Leticia upstream and near the Macayacunu National Natural Park, the community of Macedonia is a good example of the skill that the ingenious Ticuna have acquired in the development of handicrafts. His work stands out in palo sangre, a reddish wool, welded twigs, necklaces, bracelets and other accessories made with natural fibers.